Hi everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Five Nights at Freddy's Freddy Fazbear pizza cake. This is not a pizza, but it's a cake. So let's get started on making this tutorial. So to make the cake, we are going to be using these black licorice nibs. They're like from Twizzlers. They're just the little pieces. They're black through and throughout the entire thing when you cut them. We're going to be using strawberry jam. You could also use raspberry jam or any other red jam or jelly. We're going to be using vanilla cake batter. You're going to need 2 cups of vanilla cake batter per pizza cake. We're going to be using some white chocolate, some strawberry fruit leather. Again, you could use any red fruit leather. We're also going to be using the white pieces off of the sour belt strips, some green apple candy pieces, the purple collection of like the Mike and Ike's candy. We're going to be using the purple ones, and we're going to be using these chocolate covered little caramels. I have a 10-inch pan here, and it's sprayed and it's also lined with parchment paper at the bottom. And I'm going to take 2 cups of the vanilla cake batter. I'm using my stand-up push there cylinder, it's really handy. And I'm just going to use an offset spatula to spread this around the bottom of the pan. Now I'm going to bake this at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. Because it's so thin and there's not very much cake batter in the bottom, I want to make sure that I don't overbake it, but I do want the edges to be brown like an actual pizza crust would be. And when it is finished being baked, I'm going to pull it out and show you a little trick that you have to do to make it look like a pizza crust. With the cake fresh out of the oven, it's still really hot. I just pulled it out. I'm going to put another parchment round piece on top of the cake, and it is a 10-inch round one. It matches the size of the cake, and it will curl up because, like I said, it's still hot. And then inside of that, I'm putting an 8-inch round pan, and then inside the pan, I'm going to put 4 different cans. Now you can use anything that's going to be really heavy, because what this is going to do is it's going to indent the center of the cake to actually look like a pizza. So you want to leave this set up for about 20 minutes, maybe even 30, to make sure that the indentation is really there. And then you're going to just remove it from the pan as you would normally with a regular cake. We're going to work on the toppings now with our cake cooling. So here I have a bowl of the just boiled water, and I'm just going to dip a round circle cutter into it, and that's just going to heat up the metal, which is going to make cutting the fruit leather a little bit easier. So I just press that into the fruit leather, and out pops a piece of pepperoni. So I'm going to cut a couple of these out. Probably I want 6 to 8, 10 maybe pieces of pepperoni for the cake. And that is the pepperoni part. Now we're going to make the olives for the toppings. So I'm taking my piece of Twizzler and I'm just going to cut it in a small thin piece, and I'll try to cut as many as I can out of this. I'm just using a sharp paring knife, and again right beside the olives here I have this tip. Now what the tip is going to do is it's going to cut the center piece out, so it's just a small round tip, and I'm going to dip that again into the boiling water and then press it into the center, near the center of the piece of Twizzler, and then pull it out, and voila, we have some olives for the top of the cake. Red onions are next for our toppings, and I'm going to just cut in half this Mike and Ike piece, just like that, using my knife, and that will be a chunk of the red onion. I'm going to take my apple slices and I'm going to cut them in half, and these are going to be green pepper slices on top of the pizza cake. For the cheese on top of the pizza, we're going to take this block of white chocolate, and I'm just using a regular vegetable peeler, and I'm just going to peel the white chocolate into this bowl below, and it's going to give an appearance of the white cheddar that goes on the top. The cake is nice and cooled, and you can see the indentation around here, which is exactly what we wanted. So I'm going to take my strawberry jam, which is essentially going to be our pizza sauce, And I'm going to just cover this inner little lowered circle here with the pizza sauce. Sprinkle the cheese on next, all over the top. Now place the pepperoni circles on around the cake. You want to spread them out so that they're not all jumbled in one area. The green pepper, so make sure you press them in far enough that the white part is kind of hidden, just to give it a little bit more of just the green showing through. And spread the olives around and the red onion. These little chocolates are going to be like the little chunks of meat or little meatballs that you sometimes get on pizza. So I'm going to spread those around as well. To give the top of the pizza a little bit more definition, I'm going to add some of these pieces of the sour belt, and I'm just going to cut them up. It's just going to kind of be like larger chunks of the cheese. An important part to finishing off this cake is the pizza box and the logo. Now, I managed to get a couple of the pizza boxes from a local pizza company. I just went down and begged for a couple. And we also put this sticker on the top of the pizza box to give it the Freddy Fazbear's pizza logo. There'll be a link in the description box to the blog where you'll be able to print off your own onto sticker paper that you can get at a local office supply store. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial today, everybody, and I hope that you have a piece of pizza cake in your future soon. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all of our newest videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.